As we're looking forward to a new year, I want to save you some money and maybe save your metabolism while we're at it, because somewhere along the way, a lot of people got the message that if you're doing keto or carnivore the right way, you need ribeye every day. Now let's be clear. I love ribeye. Ribeye is amazing. Ribeye is the Beyonce of beef. But here's the problem. If your plan requires ribeye prices, it's not a plan. It's a financial dare. And I'm telling you right now, there's a cut of beef that can keep you full, keep you consistent, keep your grocery bill from jumping you in the parking lot. And it might be the most underrated metabolic health food in the entire store. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But first, quick question. What's the number one thing that has made eating healthy hardest for you lately? Time, money, cravings, or family pressure? Drop one word in the comments. And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Dr. Tony Hampton, a family doctor and obesity specialist. And my whole job is helping people get to the root cause of why they're stuck. Cravings, blood sugar swings, constant hunger, fatigue, inflammation, and yes, budgets that sabotage the plan before the plan even starts. Let me start with a patient story. A while back, I had a patient. I'll call him Thomas. Thomas was doing great on low carb. Weight was coming down. Blood pressure improved. Energy was up. Then he disappeared for a couple of months. When he came back, he looked frustrated, like he'd been in a long argument with his pantry and lost. He said, "Doc, I tried to keep doing it, but I can't afford to eat like the internet says. Everybody's posting ribeyes like it's a membership card. I felt like I was failing, so I quit." And that right there is the real issue. Not willpower, not discipline. It's that the plan wasn't sustainable in real life. So I asked him a question that changed the whole conversation. I said, "Thomas, what do you think actually matters most for fat loss and metabolic health? Is it the fanciest cut of beef? Or is it getting enough protein, staying satisfied, and keeping your blood sugar from riding a roller coaster?" He looked at me like I was about to give him either wisdom or a coupon. And I said, "Let me give you a principle that will save you years. Metabolic health is built on consistency, not luxury. Because people don't fail diets because they don't care. They fail because the diet turns into a daily negotiation. Do I buy the steak or do I pay my electric bill? And when food becomes stress, stress becomes cravings. Then cravings become snacking. And suddenly we're not talking about ribeye. We're talking about cookies at midnight." Now here's what's wild. There's a meat that can solve that "I can't afford this" problem without losing the benefits people love about ribeye. In some ways, it can actually be easier to use strategically. But before I reveal it, I want you to understand why this works. Because once you see the mechanism, you'll stop feeling like you need the perfect cut to get results. When you're trying to heal insulin resistance and regain normal hunger signals, the goal is simple. Eat in a way that keeps you satisfied. Stop the snack cycle. Make meals easy enough that you don't quit. And keep it repeatable long enough for your hormones to catch up. That's why I tell people, we're not doing the luxury cut diet. We're doing the works on a Tuesday diet. So let me zoom out for a quick history lesson, because this alternative to ribeye isn't some modern cheap shortcut. It's been the working class nutrition backbone for a long time. Chopped and minced beef was popular long before Instagram existed. Hamburg style minced beef shows up historically in Europe, and when meat grinders became common, first in butcher shops, then in homes. Ground beef became a practical way to use more of the animal, reduce waste, and feed families fast. It wasn't about being fancy. It was about being smart. Affordable protein, quick cooking, and something you could stretch across meals. And that's the same reason it wins today. So what did I tell Thomas? I told him, ribeye is a celebration, but the meat you need right now is the one you'll actually cook, actually afford, and actually repeat. And then I said it, Thomas, ground beef is going to be your secret weapon, not as a downgrade, as a strategy, because ground beef is basically ribeye's practical cousin who shows up on time, helps you move furniture, and doesn't ask to borrow money. Now, let me give you 10 lesser known reasons ground beef deserves way more respect than it gets, because this is where most people change how they shop. Number 1, consistency beats perfection. The best diet is the one you can repeat without your budget filing a formal complaint. Number 2, the fat ratio is a built-in appetite dial. 80-20, 85-15, 90-10 aren't just numbers. They change satiety. If you're hungry all the time, higher fat ground beef can help you feel satisfied. So you're not chasing snacks like it's your second second job. Number 3, ground beef makes protein targets easy. A lot of people fail keto or carnivore because they undereat protein. Then cravings show up. Ground beef is simple math. You can plan it, you can repeat it. Number 4, it reduces decision fatigue. This is a big root cause issue. Every decision costs brain energy. The more you debate food all day, the more likely you are to surrender to whatever is fastest and sweetest. Ground beef puts your nutrition on autopilot. Number 5, how you cook it changes how you eat it. Patties and meatballs slow you down. Crumbles can disappear fast. When you eat slower, satiety signals have time to kick in. That can matter a lot if you're coming off years of ultra-processed, eat fast, eat more programming. Number 6, it's family friendly without the food fight. Burger bowls, taco bowls, meat sauce over roasted veggies, cheeseburger casserole. You can feed a whole family without making separate, quote, diet food and, quote, normal food. And lowering stress helps hunger hormones too. Number 7, it's freezer armor. When people tell me they fell off, it's often because they were one busy day away from a drive-thru. Stocking ground beef is like installing a guardrail on your week. Number 8, you can upgrade it into a nutrient powerhouse. You can do this by mixing in small amounts of organ blends, like liver, if you tolerate it. Not because you have to, but because it can be a practical way to boost micronutrients without a complicated plan. Think of it as nutrient densification. Number 9, it's easier to batch cook than ribeye. Meal prep shouldn't feel like a second career. You can cook 5 pounds, season it 2 different ways, and suddenly you have options that still keep you on track. And number 10, it protects you from the all or nothing trap. People think, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. Ground beef breaks that mindset. You can build a powerful, healing, low-carb approach without luxury cuts. Now let's talk about ground beef versus ribeye. Because I'm not anti-ribeye, I'm anti-quit. Ribeye is awesome for enjoyment, special meals, and if you're doing very high-fat carnivore, it could be a great fit. But for most people, most days, ribeye is not required to get metabolic benefits. Ground beef is the move when you want repeatability. It's the move when you're feeding a family. It's the move when you're trying to calm cravings, stabilize hunger, and keep the plan alive long enough to see results. Quick pause. If this is helpful and you want more straight talk metabolic health content without the nonsense, hit like and subscribe. I'm here to help you win in real life, not just in a highlight reel. Back to Thomas. I gave him a simple 2-week ground beef blueprint. Nothing fancy, just consistent. I said, pick 80-20 as your default. If you feel too hungry, go higher fat. If you're leaning out and want it leaner, go 90-10 and add fat intentionally if needed. Build meals like this: ground beef plus salt, plus a simple side if you choose one, like a non-starchy vegetable. Or keep it strict if you're doing carnivore like the Metabolic Health Doc. Add eggs if you tolerate them. Add cheese if you tolerate it. Keep it simple and repeatable. So he came back and said, Doc, I'm not thinking about food all day anymore. That sentence right there is the sound of hormones starting to behave again. Because the root problem for many people isn't that they eat too much food. It's that they eat food that doesn't turn off hunger. Food that spikes and crashes blood sugar. Food engineered to keep them snacking. So when you give the body nutrient-dense food that satisfies, the noise starts to quiet down. Now some quick practical tips so you can actually use this. If you're starting out, 80-20 is a great default for many people. Make patties when you want maximum satiety. Make crumbles when you need speed. Make meatballs when you want meal prep to feel like a cheat code. Season it simply. Salt, pepper, maybe garlic, whatever fits your plan. And keep it boring enough that it's easy, but tasty enough that you don't rebel. And if you take nothing else from this video, take this. Stop letting perfection be the reason you quit. You don't need ribeye to heal your metabolism. You need a plan that you can repeat when life is busy, money is tight, and motivation is having a low day. Ribeye is a luxury. Ground beef is a strategy. So do me a favor, drop your favorite way to eat ground beef in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas to share with patients and viewers. And check the description for my playlist and resources for more metabolic health videos, plus practical low-carb and carnivore guidance you can actually use. Thank you for coming to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.